When you create a team in Microsoft Teams, an underlying SharePoint site is automatically created. But when you create a site in SharePoint and you want to add it to Teams, from that site in the lower left, you'll see a hyperlink called Add Microsoft Teams. And this is how you add a SharePoint site to a Microsoft team. So I'm going to click that option. At this point, it wants to bring resources from the site into Microsoft Teams for real-time collaboration. So let's go continue. It wants to add pages to Microsoft Teams. So let's go add teams. And it's creating your team. Now to the right of the SharePoint site name, you'll see a little icon that allows you to go to Microsoft Teams and indicates that this SharePoint site is connected to a team in Microsoft Teams. So let's go to Microsoft Teams. Notice also this option here will also take you to the team that the SharePoint site belongs to. But I'm going to click this button. And here I am in Microsoft Teams, and what I see on the left-hand side is my SharePoint site now coming through to Microsoft Teams. And I might just drag it and lift it to the top of my list of teams. Now, if you don't see your teams on the left-hand side, you may have a different layout. In Microsoft Teams, I'm going to click this button at the top here called Settings and More. I'm going to go into Settings. And then I'm going to choose Chats and Channels on the left-hand side. What I've got here is, with regards to viewing chats, teams and channels, is I've got a separate view. You might have combined view. For this particular webinar and series, I'm going to stick with separate, so you may want to change yours to separate, and then you can change it back to combined later. But now I'm going to click back on Teams on the left-hand side so that I see my teams listed here along with my channels. As far as managing permissions and members of a team, I'm going to rest on my team name and I'm going to click the More Options button and I'm going to manage the team. What I have at the top is members. I can see I've got 2 owners, and if I expand this section, I've got 1 member. This is also verified here in the role column, 2 owners and 1 member. If I decided to change somebody to an owner, it would simply be a matter of clicking the drop down and choosing the option owner. So you can easily change the role of existing members, and using this button here, I can add more members to my SharePoint site and to my team and click add, and this person has come through as a member. If I click back here on my team and perhaps my general channel, I've gone back to my general channel within my human resources, SharePoint site and team. To get back to SharePoint, I simply go back to my web browser and I simply go back to my SharePoint site.